long day for all of us. Okay, so there's your panels.
And you said you can use your finger just like a touchpad,
like a laptop nav pad, or you can use a traditional 4-way, 5-way nav, and then select.
So does that touchpad area act as a select button?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Apparently not today. Okay. So this would be an example of perchance, this one could be a live RSS feed, or it could be static with links on it. Right.
And you said the panels are going to work as either, like home screens or Windows applications?
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
so
let me show you an example of a Windows application. Be the one that people are most familiar with, which is the Microsoft Mobile Today, or
cool.
Microsoft Office Today.
So again, today is one of the panels.
Exactly, that's one of the panels, and how we look at it is, everybody's got to work, but you can only do that 1/9 of the time. So you've got one panel devoted to different applications, but that doesn't mean that you could have other ones. It depends on how you want to make it your
And it'll still do all the same thing in terms of showing appointments, all the various plugins for...
Exactly.
Okay, and then panel button takes you back here.
The panel button takes you back. One thing I would want to highlight is, again, it's also about content. In this case, this is running a static demo. This isn't actually how it would really work.
Sure.
But for example, you would start to see slideshow of some of the images you may have in your photo album, or that you would have videos running, etc. The Xperia would manage that for you. Again, another quick click.
Pre-production firmware. It's okay.
This is called pre-production firmware. Allow me to fix my pre-production firmware. Hold on. RSS feeds. An example of the financialtimes.com page. All right. Lastly, one of the things I want to show you is, again, how you can actually customize this. You have your kind of panel setting button right here.
Right.
Click on it. This opens like a toolbox, and let's say, okay, and again, I don't have that many panels built in here to show you, but let's say I want to change this panel. Right, you go in to your library of panels, and that's another thing that we announced today, is that yes, we are working with developers and operators to kind of look at these different customized panels. So you would say, aha, maybe I'm going to go for an FM radio panel there instead. I can't because I've already selected that one once. I apologize. I'll take another clock. So I select that. It says, okay, yes, I want to select that. It'll return to panels. Close it out, and you'll see that that panel has now been replaced. So again, we make it very, very easy for you to navigate through. Hit the back button, and this is the part that also isn't working real well for me today, but this is the part where you can scroll through.
Okay.
See, and again, and then you would select the one you want. The scrolling function is going to be
like the album flip on an iPhone kind of thing.
Exactly. This is going to become more important as you have more than just 9 panels on there. Let's say you have a bunch of panels and you want to quickly navigate to the ones that you want to get to.
Right.
Okay. It also does have a stylus. So again, you've got multiple ways to actually input text in the device. You could go back to panels here. Actually, I'm going to go to the Google page again. You'll see that yes, it does. If people want to, I don't know why they would.
Virtual keypad.
A virtual keypad. Okay, so if everybody wants that, that's fine. But the whole purpose of the X1 and the reason why it makes it so easy to use is the QWERTY.
Right.
So as you can see, what you could do potentially in web mode, it's got an 800 pixel wide screen, so it's almost laptop width. So think about how much information you can actually manage very, very quickly and very easily. And again, you can access the traditional windows. This is where the optical nav pad becomes key, what you can do with just a touch. So, one of the criticisms of Windows Mobile is that sometimes the text choices can get very, very small. It's very, very difficult to navigate. Again, with a quick scroll, you can get to the right one.
And how about navigating within the browser with the touchpad? Does it work like a mouse, or does it just scroll?
It just scrolls, I believe. I don't believe that it will actually operate as a mouse, but again, I could be wrong on that one. Don't quote me.
And this is with the older version of the IE browser, or?
Correct. This is with the older version of the browser. Our target is to look to in time
run
for
the
launch,
new one.
to run the new one.
But
again, I think launch timing is going to take a precedent.
A little tight.
Okay. But again, with this one, it's all about making it easier for the user to input text. You'll see that it's the keys are somewhat beveled, so when you're actually touching it, it has a very nice tactile feel to it. It makes it easier, a little bit less error prone. But one of the things that really it's hard to depict on camera. One, it seems very flat. But when it opens up,
it does open up curved
in an arc type motion. This means when you're actually typing, you can actually see more of the screen and type with a more natural feel. So it is kind of the world's first arc slider. Also hard to appreciate, although in the silver you can get a better feeling for how much of the device is actual brushed metal and metallic accents, which gives it a very quality, solid feel to it. Okay, so here are the fishies. Making fishies. If I put my hand here, you can notice the fishies start moving towards my finger. If I do it over here, same thing. They'll start migrating towards my fingers. However, each of these fish means something. I have to take the stylus to actually show you kind of what they're trying to do here. All right, keep it. This black one is actually the battery indicator.
Meaning it's low?
No, if he's red, he's low. If this fish turns red, that means my battery's running low. This guy right here, notice how he's orange right now? If I go to the sound, turn off the sound, he goes gray. If I have a missed call, this fish will turn yellow. And so, I mean, again, we're looking at cool ways to make it creative.
And
so it's kind of a screensaver.
This is one of the panels.
And this is one of the panels, is the fish panel. So when I initially heard that the fish panel was mandatory, I didn't understand. Why would you make a fish panel? No, this is kind of your phone status indicator.
Screen.
Exactly. So that's the fish panel. It's gotten a lot of interest, and I actually think it's quite cool.